A small video here, and an addendum to my previous video on making powers. Two more important tools for Mutants and Masterminds tool belt are linked powers and alternate effects. Linked powers, as the name implies, allows you to link two powers together so they operate as one. Alternate effects function as different settings for the same kind of power, offering flexibility of powers at negligible cost. Linked is a zero-cost extra that literally links two or more effects so they occur at the same time, operating as one power. Linked powers must be the same range. The combined power has the action cost of the longest action of any combined power. Linked powers also use a single attack check if the effects call for one. Linked powers also only use a single resistance check for multiple effects targeting the same defense. Effects that target different defenses use separate resistance checks for both defenses. Do note that alternate effects cannot be linked together. One can also not link two powers of the same type to quote-unquote double up on the effect, such as linking two damage powers for double the damage output. Linked effects are important for properly representing superpowers and abilities and can be used to greatly improve your own powers. For example, linking a sonic damage effect with a concussive affliction can produce a devastating combination attack that both hurts and staggers an opponent, leaving them way more vulnerable, all with a single standard action attack. Alternate effects cost one power point to make. In essence, it allows you to create a second, alternate power using the same pool of power points from the base power it is spun off from. For example, if I spend 10 points making a 5 damage fireball power with 5 points of the extra area burst, I can spend one more point making an alternate effect of that power. My maximum spending limit is 10 points. I'll do improved range 5 and fortitude affliction 5, making a ranged flame attack that singes my target and afflicts them with debuffs. This alternate effect does not exceed 10 points, which is the base cost of the original power. Multiple alternate effects may be used from the same base power, and multiple alternate effects under the same umbrella is known as an array. These powers function like different settings or modes for the base power, and cannot be used or maintained at the same time. It is one at a time per array. Alternate effects may not be linked to other powers. Permanent powers cannot be alternate effects. You may switch between alternate effects once per turn and at the cost of a free action. If one power in an array is nullified, the whole array goes down. As the 3rd edition book says, an alternate effect can have any rank or combination of modifiers. Alternate effects may also have different descriptors, usually thematically linked, within reason. The main benefit of alternate effects is expanding your power repertoire on the cheap, at the cost of not being able to use them at the same time. Dynamic alternate effects cost 2 power points to make. All dynamic alternate effects share a single pool of power points between each other. Once per turn as a free action, you may freely adjust how many points are allocated to each dynamic alternate effect. This means you can shift more or less to different powers, sacrificing some juice in one power to boost the ranks of a different power. These useful tools should be heavily considered by both GMs and players to boost their kit and increase their options and opportunities.